Okay, so our favorite corrupt senator, Mr. Joe Manchin, is back in the news. He doesn't leave. He doesn't leave the news at this point. He was swarmed by protesters, essentially protesting him taking money from the fossil fuel industry and opposing climate change legislation. Take a look at this. It's quite extraordinary.
We want to live! We want to live! Senator Manchin, we want to live! My friends, we want to live! Everyone's like, we want to live! 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 We want to live!
I mean, wow. Wow. I love every bit of this. Look, this should continue to happen. This should happen to him, Kirsten Sinema, and anybody else that's opposing this Build Back Better legislation every time they step out in the public. Every time they're seen, they should be heckled. They should be verbally berated. Like, they shouldn't know peace until they get in line and support legislation that A, the majority of the American people support, and B, would literally save lives, i.e. Kirsten Sinema opposing lower drug prices for Americans because she's taking money from Big Pharma and it'll hurt their profits if she supports it, i.e. Joe Manchin taking money from the fossil fuel industries and big oil, and he is against climate change legislation. We know we're hurling towards a catastrophe. We just had what was essentially just a bunch of political theater at the UN Council where all the world leaders met up and talked about climate change. It was a load of baloney, okay? No really adequate commitments were made. And so, you know, we being the quote-unquote strongest country in the world, the U.S., we're America, you know what it would look like if we were to take the charge or take the lead and take charge on this climate change issue and really pass vast, adequate legislation that would at least put us in a position to be okay when these problems really start to kick in. Need I remind you, we're already seeing effects of it. Scientist after scientist, expert after expert keeps giving us these warnings that we are not in a good place. But look, man, I love this. I love this. We have to call out the corruption. We have to call out the wrongdoings of these Congress people. And they shouldn't know peace. They shouldn't know peace. And it's not just Joe Manchin. It's, you know, the people that have come and gone. You know, Donald Trump's a war criminal. Hillary Clinton, incredibly corrupt. She voted for the Iraq war. I mean, Joe Biden's a war criminal. Barack Obama. I mean, the list goes on. All of these politicians are insanely evil, corrupt, and they've done bad things before, you know? And every time they show their fucking faces, George W. Bush, for God's sake, they should be reminded of who the fuck they are. They shouldn't be allowed to come into regular society amongst the rest of us with blood on their hands, you know? You oppose lower drug prices for Americans, they can't afford their medicine, they die. You have blood on your hands, Kirsten Sinema. I mean, what? Joe Manchin, you don't want to support climate change legislation because you're so deep in the fucking pockets of the fossil fuel industry? Really? You don't care about the future? Okay, cool. Well, this is gonna happen to you every time you step outside. There's also another video circulating of him like in his Maserati trying to plow through protesters as they block his way. Man, look, ramp this shit up even. I want it to be even worse. Get more people out there. I mean, I love it. I love it. Kirsten Cinema recently got protested at a wedding. I mean, look, this is the only way it's gonna happen. They're not gonna respond to us asking nicely. They never do. They never have. They never will. They need to be bullied, okay? Put into place by the people that they've said that they were going to serve, but they never do.